Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters, a lot of people have asked me about setting up a company in the UAE. A lot of people have asked me about the cost of living in the UAE, how to get a job in the UAE. So I'm going to try give you a quick I'm just trying to go into answer the questions very quickly and hopefully give as much detail as I can so you guys don't get bored. But if you haven't noticed already, the camera's looking nice, the setup and that, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make an effort for you guys in 2023. So like this video if you haven't already, inshallah. We're trying to put out more content for you on YouTube. Clearly, you can see I'm a little bit serious about putting content out on YouTube now. So yes, I moved to the UAE about taqreeban 3 months ago, and now inshallah ta'ala I am going to be spending a lot of time in the UAE. See, with me, you never know how long I'm going to spend somewhere, but inshallah, the intention is for me to spend a good amount of time in the UAE. Now, specifically, I have to be honest, I was looking at Sharjah. I still am looking at Sharjah. And the reason I say that is because it's more Muslimic. Islamic is probably the better word. Though I have to be honest, there are certain places in Dubai that are actually very good as well. Mirdif, I have heard of Al Quoz being very good. And some of the places in Dubai which are classified as Dubai, but people don't think they're Dubai. And a lot of people will be like, oh, Dubai, yeah, but it's just parties and this, that, and the other. Well, that's not necessarily true for everywhere in Dubai. It's like saying Leicester Square and Whitechapel, East London is the same thing. It's not the same. We both know that. So it's the same thing with Dubai. There are good areas, bad areas, more Islamic areas, less Islamic areas, party areas, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to setting up a company or visas or that sort of stuff, I will move on, by the way, in terms of cost of living, because that's something that needs to be discussed, and I probably need to spend some more time discussing that. But visas. So if you get a job, you're going to get your visa with your job. That is fairly simple. If you can try getting a job. Now, how can you try getting a job? As we're talking about getting a visa through your job, let's talk about how to get your job. I have to be honest, it's very difficult. Companies in Dubai have a lot of people applying to their jobs. You have to stand out. So I will tell you a tip. A lot of companies are looking for your personality. A lot of companies are trying to see why you're different. A lot of companies want the best of the best, especially if you're working in Dubai, because everyone wants to work in Dubai. It's just facts. So I would say go on LinkedIn, add people on LinkedIn, get in touch with the recruitment companies that are known to hire people within the UAE or Dubai, whatever you want to work basically in the UAE. And so I would add those recruiters, though use recruiters more as a passive way of getting a job. Look, if you're serious and you really want a job, you're going to have to put some effort in. So get in touch with line managers of companies you want to work for. So say, for example, you are an engineer. Get in touch with those engineering manufacturing companies, get in touch with the software companies, whoever it is that you are trying to work for. Get in touch with those guys, add them up on LinkedIn, give them a call where you can, try to speak to them. And even better, if you are going there on a visit, go see them. Go speak to them. Go see how they are. And so what I would say is just be a lot more active, which is, by the way, 90% of people will not be active at all. So that's how you can get a job in Dubai. Now, you will get a visa through your job in Dubai. However, if you want to set up your own company, your own business, there are multiple ways of getting visas in Dubai. What I'm going to do is actually put a link in the description of someone. I have used companies, I know of companies, and I'm going to try working out how you guys could get the cheapest, by the way, how you guys could get the cheapest way to set up a company in Dubai. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want something in return. Rather, I would rather get the reward from you guys trying to make moves to the UAE. And therefore, if I can get something cheaper for you and it's more affordable, then my reward, inshallah ta'ala, I will ask Allah for the reward and not you guys. Because you guys are very limited in what you can give me. Allah is not limited. You know what I mean? And so, I guess I will do something and put it in the description below. In terms of the cost of setting up a visa in the UAE, the last person I put forward was a friend. Again, I got nothing in return. Again, I don't want anything in return from you guys either. Was £4,500 or £5,000. And that was about 2 months ago. So that's the rough cost of a investor's visa, where you will get a visa, you will set up a company, and your visa is 2 years long, right? Your visa will be 2 years long, and you can set up a bank account with that. Basically, you're good. You're good. Spend £5,000 roughly, and you can do your whole setup and everything. So I will leave some information in the description. But now the key point is, well, how expensive is it? I have to be honest. Look, I want you guys to get out of the countries you're living in. Most of you guys are from the UK, but if you're from a different country, let me know in the comments below, because I feel like everyone that watches me is from the UK. If that's different, let me know. But the cost of living, we have to understand one thing, is very expensive in the UK. Though, if you think the UK is expensive, UAE is even more expensive. Even more. For real. So what I would say is this. I believe, in my opinion, and my opinion can be subjective, and it's the dunya, so don't call me out on anything. 12,000 dirhams is probably a rough amount where you can live a decent, decent lifestyle. Again, it's subjective, right? You guys might have, like, if you got 6 children, it's going to be different to having one child. But I'm going to say 12,000 dirham for like a 1-2 child family with wife. You can live a decent-ish life, which works out to be, I think it's about 2,700 £2,800 a month. Now, if you can make that on a income, on a business, you'll be okay. You can manage. Dubai, it's gonna be hard. Sharjah, it's gonna be easy. So you just have to work out what you want more. Now, Sharjah, in terms of flats, yes, it's cheaper. In terms of villas and townhouses, no, it is super expensive. You are paying £3,500 for a villa or a townhouse, just a 3-bed. A 3-bed with a living room, for sort of thing. You will pay £3,000 a month minimum, especially if it's in a decent area. And so understand that it is expensive. And that's why, my brothers and sisters, it's very important that if you want to do something in your life, if you want to achieve something, you have to start putting in the steps in now. You have to start working. You have to start putting in the businesses, the hustles. Only then can you go on and achieve something. So it is expensive. I would say 20% more expensive than the UK, though obviously the lifestyle is much better. The sun, the massages, the community, the safety, the roads, police, healthcare. It's a lot better. In terms of healthcare, you're probably looking at 4 or 5,000 dirham a year for a 4-man family. That's roughly, again, I did mention that in my last video. So it is expensive, 20% more. Just understand that you get what you pay for. So if that's what you want, you pay for it. And inshallah, I would also say, make dua to Allah Azza wa Jal, because if you are trying to do something for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, then know that Allah will put blessings in it, open doors for you never thought of. And so if your intention is to make the move for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, then make that move, put your plan in place, start working towards it, and we know Allah Azza wa Jal will look after your amal if it comes down to you making hijrah. So have that in your heart, do it with the right intentions. Like this video if you haven't, and share with your family and friends, and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to try putting out more and more content. Wa barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.